Hey there. In today's episode, I get to play as Ultron for the All Will Be Metal Ultimate Raid Battle. My name is Nate, and welcome to the Gamers Guild. Today we'll be playing the All Will Be Metal Raid encounter with Ultron at the hard difficulty. This means that my opponents are only going to get 2 team tactic cards each, and I get an extra die for a total of 4 always on my Doomsday Device rolls. Now, there's not a lot of diversity to my list, so let's figure out what Justin and Evan are bringing to try to take me down.
Alright, so for my squad I took Avengers affiliation, so I started with Captain America, and then I also wanted to use one of the new characters, so I used my Vision, and then I rounded out my Avengers lineup with Black Widow, and then I wanted 5 activations, so I also went with Okoye, and I had 3 points left, so naturally I went with Zemo, because that's what you do with 3 points. So, my cards, I went with Brace for Impact as well, because, you know, Ultron throws stuff a lot, and then I also went with Patch Up, because that's never a bad option to heal your squad.
So for my squad, I took Shuri, Winter Soldier, Thor, and Loki. The main reason behind this is I wanted to try some of the newer characters, mainly the Asgard, so I grabbed Thor and Loki. Loki should be able to kind of mess with Ultron a little bit and hopefully control some of his crazy powers. Thor just to get in there and do some damage if we have to. Shuri to do a little bit of control, and then Winter Soldier for the rogue agent basically, and just get the Asgardian affiliation.
And with that, let's get into the game. Okay, so for Ultron's Asgardian invasion, this is what we are looking at today. Our 2 large buildings are both going to be size 5. Means it's going to be easy to find some civilians there, but also when Ultron blows them up, he's going to get a lot of power. We've got these fantastic statues on the sides. Those are both 4. The trees are going to be 3. The random crates scattered around the middle, kind of making the mission center hub its place, are all 2. And then the random little benches that we have scattered about are all size 1. Alright, so the good guys here have just formed a straight up battle line across. Nobody's hiding behind a building or anything. And Ultron is going to start right down here. And with that, we'll go get everybody powered up and have the first 3 heroes activate.
Alright, first up is Loki. We're going to have him move over here, and then move again. And get him within range 1 of both of these things, if we can. And
looks like it.
Yep. So I'll spend a power to flip this Doomsday Device, and then I'll spend a second power to search for civilians. So that's going to be 3 dice because this side's 3.
And looks like you got one.
Looks like he gets one. So I'll grab a civilian token, put that on Loki, and that's going to be it for him.
Alright, who's next?
So I want to move Cap up here to be close enough to Loki to bodyguard, because I have a feeling Ultron is already going to be gunning for him. Yeah, we'll get him right there.
Alright, that's Cap doing a double move.
And then I'm going to use Vision to slowly float his way up here and use his ability to gain 2 power for an action.
Absolutely.
And then I forgot to choose my phasing, but I'm going to do the phased option for him so he can't be thrown around the battlefield and take a bunch of damage.
Yep.
And that's our turn.
Alright.
Yeah, and that Vision's also going to spend the energy to search for a civilian in those crates.
Alright, looking for that critter wild.
Nothing.
Nothing for Vision. Alright, at the beginning of Ultron's first activation, we're going to roll his Doomsday Dice. And unfortunately not a whole lot of variety in there. We're going to have the blanks, which will allow me to take over a console because I'm currently controlling none, as well as gain 3 power. And then the hit one means that everybody has to drop any objective carry tokens that they're carrying So Loki, real quick, will have to drop his. And you guys, unfortunately, are the ones who get to decide where it goes and not I.
Okay. Let's just have it go
away from me?
Yep.
Understandable. Alright, and then we'll get to decide what Ultron does. Alright, so, as Ultron, I've decided to take over this objective for free from my Doomsday Dice. And then Ultron is just going to start to move over here. We're going to spend a power, so he's down to 3 left, and claim that one as well. And then we're going to go ahead and make a shot at Loki using the Energy Beam, which has a range of 4, so easily within. And going to roll some dice unless Captain America has something to say about it.
Captain America does have something to say about that. I'm going to use my Day Like Any Other to reduce the cost of Bodyguard by 1, so you are targeting Cap instead of Loki.
Alright, so Cap has 7 energy dice coming his way. And some decent results. Go ahead and roll that crit in for 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Ooh,
And
one
only
block.
1 block. So that's going to be 3 damage going in on Cap. And that is Ultron's activation over.
Okay, we're going to start with Shuri. She's going to move right up here. And spin a power to search the... Let's search the big building here. So
Absolutely.
That's going to be 5.
Yep.
And looks like I got it.
Got it easily.
Alright. So I'll grab a civilian. And then next, we should be within range 5 here of Ultron. Yep.
Absolutely.
So we'll do Panther Gauntlet's attack.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be 6 dice. Energy.
And you know what? I'm really glad that you don't get to do additional damage.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I will get to roll my 4 defense. And you know what? I might actually be able to... No. So I block 4 of the incoming 6 here. And Ultron will take 1 damage. And you get to push me short, sir. Where is he going?
Just straight back, I think, as far back as we can.
Oop. As we tumble Loki in the process.
You want to maybe move him at an angle so he's not as
Yeah, we can do that.
close to the action over here?
Sure.
Yeah, do that.
Go that way?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, I'm guessing you don't want him to contact that bench, so we'll just push him straight back until he hits Loki's statue.
That'll work.
Alright, Ultron will get a singular damage and a singular power from that. And in response, I am absolutely, now that I'm out of range of Loki, going to enough Shuri straight into Captain America. So, Shuri will take her instant point of damage unless you're going to brace it.
Nope.
And Cap gets to make a dodge check.
Alright. Come on, Cap.
Got the crit. Alright,
3
blocks it all.
And I'll go ahead and have Okoye activate. And get her over this bench. And then my whole goal is to just get her in range to bodyguard when Cap goes down.
Alright. That is Okoye. And last up we have...
Finally, we're going to go with Baron Zemo.
the king of booking it.
The king of booking it. Who will get within 1 of this terminal. And I will go ahead and spend 1 energy to take it over for the good guys. And for my second action for Zemo, I'm not going to move him real far. I'm just going to move him right there. So next round he can search the tree
And do some work.
Yeah.
So as it stands, Ultron controls 2 of his evil devices, which means I'm going to get 6 dice this time. Hopefully get more than just 2 results, and I did. So we're going to start out with that blank. I'm going to get 3 power for that. And then moving down, because you do have to do them systematically, we got a block, which means everybody... I get to remove all terrified citizen tokens on the board, which is going to be the one that was dropped off over there. So that's going to get removed. And the first victory point goes to Ultron, as it should. And then continuing to move down, we've got the hit, which is going to be the dropping of all characters picked up. So Shuri was able to pick one up. Where you guys want to place it?
Do it next to Okoye so she could take it in.
Sure. Let's go something like that.
All right. And then finally, I did get a crit, which means I get a devastating barrage off, and I can choose up to 3 characters within range 3 of the middle, which unfortunately isn't any of these guys, but I'm going to be able to hit Okoye and Vision and do a free point of damage to them both. Alright, so the Doomsday Machines have done their work. Ultron's going to start by spending 2 power to do his nice little teleport. Let's back up a little bit. And then he is going to not quite be able to get where I want him to go. So we're just going to place him right here in the center of all the fun things that are going on.
I don't like this.
And we're going to... We'll go ahead and do an additional move. Get right there, and we're going to flip that token right on over to the side of evil.
Alright, so this turn's going to get a little complicated, so we're going to go with the least complicated option first, and that is just moving Widow up here, and then moving Widow here. Push it back a little bit. There we go. And then she will spend the 1 to take this console back over.
Yep.
Good job, Widow.
She all done. And then we go up to the man on the building.
I'm gonna go with Thor. He's gonna move down to about here. I think it's about as far as he can go. And then he's going to do a strike. Attack Ultron.
Alright. Ultron has a physical defense of 5.
It's a 6 dice attack.
Alright.
Looking for a wild.
Oh, well, you got a couple crits.
So, no wild.
But 1, 2, 3, 4 hits total.
Yep.
Alright. And I got a little bit of luck myself here. Block 3 out of 4.
Okay.
We should have used the Shuri's reroll.
Alright, so I will take a damage and a power for it. No wild, so no throwing me around. And I will choose not to toss Thor like a ragdoll in this instance.
Alright, lastly we have Winter Soldier. He's going to do a double move and get as far away from this as we can. And then spend a power to pick it up.
Absolutely. And that is the final thing for your round. Ultron gets another roll of the dice, and we're going to get a whopping 7 of them this time. I lied. Black Widow was annoying, and I forgot about it. So, we're going to roll our 6, and we're not getting the extra power, which is a little bit unfortunate, but some other good things are happening for us. So, first thing is the block. All citizenized. All terrified citizens get dropped looking at you, Winter Soldier.
Okay. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's no shock.
Literally throw the citizen to the objective.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. Then moving down the list here, we got the hit. Well, first I guess the block would have come into play, but there were none. Nothing happens. The hit comes into play. You guys drop. And then we got a wild for the first time. And unfortunately, there's only been one evacuated citizens that's just been getting passed around by all of you guys. So I'm going to blow up this evacuated tree and gain 3 power from that. Yeah. And then I did get a crit, and this time there are 3 characters within range 3. So we're going to hit Vision once again, we're going to hit Okoye again, and we are going to hit the Winter Soldier for 1. Okay, so because these guys aren't attacking me a lot, it looks like I definitely have to go just straight up objectives instead of trying to kill them because they've got all these bodyguards and Loki is just annoying. So we are going to start by doing a medium move over to this civilian over here. which should... Yeah, I'd budge that. So just within the range of that. So I'm going to spend a power to interact with that citizen. And they did drop the one for the destroyed terrain feature over here. It's just not quite worth going after him yet. And then we're going to do yet another move. We'll go this direction, because I totally don't film it. Do that. We will then spend 2 for the Master Transference, since I'm definitely outside of range 4 of Loki's annoying abilities. Bamfing me right over here. And we will spend a power, leaving me at 2, to flip this back over to the side of evil. And that is Ultron's last activation of this round over. Alright, so at the end of the round, Ultron is able to control 3 of the different points from around the board. So let him put him up to 4, and the good guys will score there first for holding that one last objective from me. And with that, we'll go to the power phase and see what the guys have cooked up.
Alright, first up for us this round, we're going to start with Shuri. She's going to... Oh, yes, thank you. Good. Well, first of all, she's going to use the Asgard power to heal 1. So spend a power, heal 1. Spend another power to flip the console.
Yep.
Yep. And now she's going to move right
is.
to the middle. And Panther Gauntlets. Ultron.
Easily within range.
Alright, so that's 6 dice.
Yep. Alright, so got a crit. So plenty. Ultron's roll doesn't really matter. I rolled 4, got a crit. It's a blank. So, all in all, Ultron's going to take his 1 damage, and you're going to push me away short. And just straight back is good with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd totally cover the entire shooting area. Alright.
That's good. And that's going to be it for Shuri.
Alright, and then next up is...
And I'm going to go with Black Widow. She is going to spend 1 power to flip this.
Yep.
And then I kind of wanted to stay near this building, so I'm going to really waste her round and just move over here so she can search that later and sprint to the...
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, still close to the stairs and stuff, but yep. Alright, and then for your third and final activation...
Third and final activation, Cap got a hit a few times, so I think he's going to take a breather this round and just move within 1 of each of these.
Yep.
He's going to spend 1 energy picking up the citizen, and 1 energy flipping that to the hero side.
Yep.
And
All unfortunate things.
then he will... I'm just going to do 1 of these, and he's going to maneuver around the boxes to there so he can search it next round.
Alright, and that leads it over to Ultron's turn, who's been pushed into his own little corner. Alright, so thankfully the win condition is not instant if the good guys control all 4, because they definitely have done so. I get my 4 Doomsday dice, this time being a hit, crit, wild, and a failure. So the failure is going to let me turn 1 of these back over instantly, and I think I'm going to take that one as well as gain 3 power. And then working the way down the chart, we have the screeching noise, so I believe Captain America has to drop the citizen that he just picked up. Where are you guys going to place that? Within easy pickup range for somebody else, unfortunately. And then the wild, nothing's been searched yet, correct?
Right.
Not this round, no.
Nothing for that. So I think this big old building that Thor is next to is just going to give me a crap ton of power. Ooh, actually, that would actually put me over max. So we're just going to blow up this tree, so Zemo can't do sneaky shenanigans, and get an additional 3 power from that. And then the crit will let me hit 3 different characters. I think once again we're going to hit Okoye. We're going to hit Vision again. And let's hit Winter Soldier. You know what? Not Winter Soldier, let's hit Cap. That seems reasonable. Alright, and now Ultron has to decide what he's actually going to do with his turn. Alright, so for Ultron's first activation this round, he's going to spend 2 power to teleport over there, then a 3rd power to go ahead and flip this back over. And quite frankly, Zemo is a threat, so we are going to spend 2 for an energy blast, and then 2 for the Folly of Man, which is going to let me count all of my dice blanks as successes in this roll. So, and thankfully we did that because there are a couple of blanks in there. So we've got 5 hits coming in on Zemo.
Reroll the crit.
Yeah.
We'll use his ability to reroll 1 die.
Yep.
And I got another crit.
Alright, so you block 2 of the incoming damage.
Take 2.
Take 3.
Oh, that's right, it was 5.
Yep. Alright, Ultron's second thing. Got plenty of movement to do what I want to do here. So we're just going to put him right there. We're going to spend the 2 power to interact with the console and interact with the citizen, giving me that extra point. Giving me a pretty solid lead, but not a lot of injured characters on the board, unfortunately. So we're going to go back over to the good guys' second round.
Alright, so Ultron's been merciless against our civilians here, so we need to start capping some. I'm going to move Okoye, not even her full move, just right there. She'll spend 1 to pick up and immediately capture this civilian.
You mean save, right?
Well, they don't know they need saving. They're just...
These Asgardians are all just confused, running around.
And then, while she's standing there, I'm going to play Patch Up to spend my remaining 3 power on healing Cap 3.
Yep, get him healthy.
And my second action, I'm going to get her out of range of this pretty hostile area of effect thing. Go back here.
Alright. That's her done. Who is next?
Next, I'm going to go with Zemo, who is feeling pretty good about himself after Ultron kept talking about nuking him off the board. So first, we are going to move here, make a little pit stop, pay 1 power to capture the console.
Yep.
And then move again
Just keep running away.
over here next to the crates.
Alright.
And in fact, I'll go ahead and spend a power to search. those
Might as
crates.
well.
Only 2 dice. Maybe I'll get lucky. I did.
Alright, that is a citizen for Zemo.
Well done, Zemo.
Alright, and then finally...
Finally, we're going to have Vision go. Vision is going to float through these boxes here. Stop right there. Then I will spend 1 power, thanks to his Avengers affiliation, for calculated trajectory, to throw a size 3 enemy
Away.
medium away. Then I will spend 1 to flip this console.
Yep.
Then I will... Do I want to search or do I want to move? In fact, I think I am going to just move back to the other side of these boxes here, so next round I can search and run.
Alright, and that is all 3 of your activations. Alright, Ultron is far away. He still has that 1 point on the other side of the board at least. So we're going to roll 5 Doomsday Dice. And once again, got a variety of results, thankfully. So first things first, we are going to get our 3 power from the blank and failure. We did get a shield, so anybody who has a citizen gets to drop it, and I think that's just Zemo. dropping it within 2, which
Drop
is
it on the other side of Zemo, so you have to go really, really far to
try to get it out.
Yeah.
Do you want to go farther with it, or?
I want to go close enough that Zemo can just pick it up next round. Yeah.
So the full range went away.
That works.
Makes sense. All right. Then continuing down our list of fun things. I guess the hit was what did that. The shield would have cleared any citizens that were there, but unfortunately there are none. We only have the one evacuated piece of terrain, so I have to blow these barrels up, unfortunately, which is only going to get me 2 power.
Is that within range 1, 2?
Yep. All right, ended up placing that there. Then if we go over here, unfortunately no crits, so no free damage dealing, but I did get the 2 extra power from the barrels being blown up. And now I have to decide what on earth to try to do this round. Alright, Ultron is going to move up into what has been pre-reasured ranges. We're going to spend a power to go ahead and flip that back on over. And then I'm going to spend 2 power plus an additional 2 power. Yep, leaving me with 2 power left. To Energy Blast into Winter Soldier and paying that extra 2 for the Folly of Man. So we're going to throw 7 energy dice into the Winter Soldier. And getting to count blanks as hits as well is always nice. Got a crit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. And what is Winter Soldier able to do? Yeah, it was cocked. Well, it looks like 3 successes, so he's only taking 4. Is that enough to put him on his butt, though?
It is.
Fantastic. Ultron will get 1 power back for doing his energy blast, because I finally figured out the timing to do everything I want to. And I will spend 2 of that remaining energy to place myself within 2, which is going to be placing myself within 1, to spend my last bit of power and flip this back over. And that is Ultron's, I would say, daringly pretty successful second activation this round.
Okay, so I only have 2 left because Winter Soldier is dazed, so we're going to start with Loki. He's just going to move over here, spend a power to flip that.
Yep.
And then we're going to move... move right over here.
Yep.
Kind of like that. And spend a power to pick that guy up.
Alright.
That'll be Loki.
Doing his work.
Alright, then next up is Thor. So Thor's going to do a couple things. We'll see what happens here. First we're going to search the crates, so spend a power to do that.
Yep.
And roll 2. Nope.
Not lucky, unfortunately.
Right. Well, we had a contingency plan. We're going to spend a power to search the building.
Yep.
And let's see what we get this time. Didn't get it there either.
And still no luck.
Alright. Well,
still has a couple actions left.
he does. So I think Thor just is going to get frustrated, and we'll do a double move here.
Yep.
And let's go. Let's have him go so that he's within range 1 of these crates, and then do a throw, which is going to be his strongest adventure power. Spend 3 power.
Yep.
And throw Ultron back.
Just straight away again.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Putting Ultron again away from all the fun stuff. All right, and that is your last activation because Winter Soldier has been dazed.
Yep.
And I've still got 2 consoles, so we're going to be rolling 6 dice this time. Time for Ultron's 3rd turn. So Ultron and his 6 Doomsday Devices. Actually, decent results. No block, unfortunately. Would have loved for Loki to drop, or for the instant score. But starting with the skull, I guess, we'll get that 3 power. Then the hits, Loki will have to then drop his pickup.
Okay.
And I don't think anybody else currently has, so you guys can place that within 2.
Should we go over here by Okoye?
Yeah.
Alright. Further away from me is understandable. We then got the wild, so I get to blow up a building or other terrain feature, but let's face it, it's gonna be a building. As we give Evan less and less space to roll dice. And Ultron's gonna get a whopping 5 power from that. And then the crit means I get to spread out some damage. Yep.
Oh.
You do get the random civilian token.
By widow or for far away?
Sure.
I mean, he would have to go really far away to do that. But he'll just roll a result to kill him.
Yeah.
Because we're never going to go back there and pick, like, that would be like 2 full rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it next to Widow. Give him an incentive to go over there.
Alright. And then finally with the crit, I get to spread out some damage here in the center of the board. And I believe I'm going to hit vision once again. I'm going to hit... Let's see, who else is actually within 3? Not too many other options. So let's hit Captain America again. And let's hit... Well, Bucky's already dead, so I can't hit Bucky. So I guess Shuri is the only other target. I guess Thor, but I don't want to give Thor power. That's bad. Alright, for Ultron's last activation here, we are going to do a move. And while we're outside of Loki's annoying range, we're going to spend 2 power to teleport over, spending an extra power, and getting rid of the citizen. And then from there, unfortunately I am now in Loki's range, but I'm going to spend just the 2 power for an energy blast. I'm not going to master or the folly of man because I don't want to do too much damage with this attack, oddly. So we're going to roll 7 energy dice against Loki. And with exactly 4 results.
Alright. Loki has 3 energy. Looks like I block 1. And yeah, I think that's it.
Alright, so Loki will take 3. And Ultron will get his 1 power back from the energy blast, and that is his move and attack actions done, so that is his final activation for this round. The board has changed a lot. Alright, end of the round. We've cleared off all the activation markers, and we're each going to score 2 points because they hold the left side and I hold the right for those. So that's going to put me up to 8 and them up to 4. So we're getting close, but with that many citizen tokens out, it looks like they're about to score some easy points.
Okay, we're going to start with Loki, and he's going to spend a power to pick up this guy. And then he's going to move about like that. We need to make sure we get the distance is just right here. So within 1 of that.
You are in, sir.
Okay. So then he's going to drop off the civilian.
Yep.
Scores a point.
Get you up to 5.
Alright. Then, looks like we've got range 4 there on Ultron, so we're going to spend 3 power
Yeah.
to play Mesmerize. And we're looking for those.
Don't
Double.
forget the...
Yeah, we got Shuri and support if we need to.
we also need the 2 for I Am God.
I don't know if we want to do I Am a God, right?
We
Because
definitely want to, because...
It just counts blanks as successes.
Well,
yeah.
I guess.
I think I'm going to hold off on that. I
Yeah.
think if we want to...
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Because we don't necessarily want to hurt him, we just want to move him.
Alright. So here
Alright.
there's the
2
double
wilds right off the bat. Roll defense
You don't need to
dice.
spend... We don't care about hurting.
Right.
I block 3.
Congratulations, you don't take any damage or get any power.
Alright, you get to advance me medium, sir. Where is Ultron going?
Alright. What's
back in that corner?
back like that?
I don't know. I think I'd put him
Here.
that way.
This way.
Yeah, like that.
Something like that.
A little more that way. A little more that
This
way.
way.
A little less that way. There, you're right there.
Right there. Perfect. Gotcha.
Alright.
All right.
I feel like that is maximum annoyance.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. Alright, and then we'll come back with the next character's activation.
Alright, so Okoye is going to pick up this civilian and get it out of dodge before Ultron comes and quote-unquote interacts with it. Move her here, drop him off.
Yep. Putting you guys up to 6.
Then with her second action, she is going to move, just pull up her right there in the center,
Yep.
next to all those crates and people, so she can bodyguard if she has to.
Alright, and then last person.
Last person is going to be Zemo, who is using his sprinter legs.
Going the distance.
Yep. We'll move along. And then move along. I will spend 1 power to interact with the console. And I will spend 1 power to search the crates. Nothing.
No luck on that end. Alright, and it is back over to the slightly dismissed Ultron, and only 1 extra Doomsday console for me, as you guys have been very good about keeping them out of my hands. Alright, 5 dice, and that's a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately. So I'm going to get at least the 3 power, and then the shield would make you guys remove any tokens on the board, but there are none, unfortunately. So we move into Ultron's turn, and let's see what he is able to do from this corner. Alright, going with Ultron here in the corner, we're going to start by spending 2 power to teleport him up just a little bit. And then we're going to make a medium move, wanting to make sure to stay within 3 of Black Widow, which does not seem to be much of an issue here. Because we are then going to spend 5 power total, because Loki is annoying, to get a super energy attack off on her. So we've got 7 energy dice, blank count as hits. Thank goodness. So 4 successes in total.
Alright. Come on, Widow. I will take it.
Alright, Widow is alive with 1.
Alright, so this round we're going to start off with Vision, who will spend 1 energy to search these crates. And I found a
Perfect.
survivor.
Yep.
Go.
Then I'm going to move. So we'll stop right there.
Yep.
Drop the survivor off for a point.
Catching up.
Then we are going to move, fly over Loki there. I will use the Avenger affiliation to spend 1 for the calculated trajectory
Yep.
to chuck Ultron way out there.
Alright. Ultron is once again super backed up. And who is next?
Next up, we're going to go with Shuri. She's going to move. Let's see if I can navigate all these people here. So I'm just going to go over Loki. That. And then looks like we're going to have range 5 on Ultron, so we're going to use the Panther Gauntlets again.
Absolutely.
So, question: if we just push him off the map, is the mission won?
Unfortunately, there's an FAQ for that. Alrighty, sir.
Alright, so here's my 6.
1 whole thing, so super blocked.
Okay.
But you still get that short push away.
Yep.
You want me to just push me to the edge of the mat?
Yep.
Yep. you.
All right. And unfortunately, you guys still have one more activation to go.
Yep. I really appreciate you hitting Widow last round because now she has enough energy to. We'll just stop right there. Spend 1 to flip this, and then I will spend 1 to search those crates.
Yep. No
Nothing.
luck.
Then my second action, I'm going to move. Gotta maneuver around Zemo here.
Yep.
And, yeah.
All right. So now it is Ultron's second activation, and he gets 4 dice this time and is still at the edge of the world. All right, 4 dice. Not very diverse, unfortunately. Do you guys have any citizens at the moment?
We've capped all that we picked up.
All right, so the good news for me is because there is no dropping, I get to count that as a devastating barrage or the crit result and get to deal out some damage here. So I'm going to hit Vision for 1, I'm going to hit Okoye for 1, and I will hit Loki for 1. And then the Wild allows me to blow a thing up, and it has to be this one right here.
Okay, so...
And I'll get a couple power. Alright, and now let's see what, if anything, Ultron is able to do. Alright, so for Ultron, we're going to start by spending 2 while we're away from the fiend that is Loki to teleport, and unfortunately, well, might be able to get within... No, he is unfortunately outside of range of that Doomsday console. In that case, I think the correct choice right now is to easily got that movement range. We're just going to set myself up on the other side here. We'll spend a power to flip this over. And that is Ultron's whole second round.
Alright, this round we're going to start with... Well, first of all, I'm going to use my Asgard power to spend a power and heal 1 off of Loki.
Yep.
Then, I'm going to use Winter Soldier to let's sit right there. And then spend 4 power to do Red Fury.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 7 dice physical attack.
Alright, and I believe I get a total of 5 defense. Alright.
So we got a crit there. I'm just
Three successes currently. Alright, so 4 successes and did get a wild. Alright, with my 5 dice. A few blocks, got a crit. So you got 4, so I'm going to take 1 damage.
Okay.
And get 1 power, and you get to push me away short, I believe.
Yep, I do. So...
Straight back.
Straight back, or yeah, probably, or maybe more that way.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Alright, Ultron gets pushed back.
Okay.
And with that wild, you get to make a follow-up. But before you do that, I am going to spend 2 power and throw Mr. Barnes into Captain America.
Okay. I'm going to spend a power and play Brace for Impact.
And then I'll spend a power to also not suffer the damage.
Yep,
Okay. And then I'll make my assault rifle attack,
absolutely.
which is 4 dice.
Got the crit.
Just the 1.
Just 1.
Save that later for those block rolls we need.
5 dice. Ultron blocks that one.
Alright.
Alright, so that is Mr. Barnes having gone.
Yep.
Right, now I'm going to have Cap go, who's going to clamber over these boxes to
Yep.
here. I will spend 1 power to flip this console.
Yep.
Then I will move and we're actually going to stop a little short of his move here to just kind of be annoying, get in the way of you getting to that console.
Alright, and that leaves the Mighty Thunderer. What is Thor doing?
Alright, Thor is going to spend power.
He's antiquing. He's going through old crates.
Yep. He's gonna
Looking at his high school yearbook and
Not finding fond memories, apparently.
Nope. So then he's going to move. Should we go back to that one, maybe?
yeah.
Yeah, so then he's at least in threatening range. So we'll go here and then just tuck behind those barrels and search again.
Alright, spending another power.
Yep.
Getting it this time.
Alright.
Well done, Thor.
So power and
Gets a civilian.
Yep, and that's going to be it for him.
And Thor is done. Alright. Ultron's the last activation for the round, and once again, these guys have capped off a lot of the objective points, unfortunately, so let's roll some dice and see what happens. Alright, for Doomsday Devices, giving me 3 different results, thankfully. The first one that's going to go off is the shield, which is going to knock out the single civilian by Black Widow, which will get me a point for that. And then Thor gets to drop his objective because of the screeching metallic noises. I don't think anybody else has to drop, unfortunately.
So that's going to be range 2.
Yep.
I almost think maybe a little away from him just so he can't fly over. Let's put it right there.
Okay.
Alright. And then I got a wild, and I think the only thing you guys have successfully searched are the crates that Thor is standing by, which will give me at least a couple of power back. Unfortunately, no crits for mass destruction, but let's figure out what Ultron... Oh, yeah, I guess...
Yeah, I'll drop that. So it has to be within range 1 of the crate, so we'll just... I think that was probably about range 1 of the crate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. And Ultron has some thinking to do. So with all this pushing, Ultron doesn't have a lot of options here. He's going to spend his 2 and teleport over here, or spend his last one currently to swap that on over. And then I'm going to strike Winter Soldier. I've got a nice 6 dice attack with 1 hit.
Oh no.
No blocks.
Spend his power from
Yep.
Shuri to re-roll one of those.
Yep.
So re-roll this one here.
And he blocks it. That's extremely unfortunate. I will...
Now you're out of power.
Yep. So now I have to think of what to do. Alright, well, I have to do that again to have a chance really here. So, this time getting 3. Still not... Oh no, only 2. So, not looking great for Ultron at the end of this game.
Alright, so let's spend 2 from Shuri.
Yep.
And re-roll.
Into 2 blocks. Alrighty then, guys. We'll that's Ultron's last activation for this round, and probably we're heading into this last round now. Alright, I am able to score 1 point, while the good guys are scoring 3 points for holding 3 of my consoles there at the end of the turn. So we will see where this goes.
Alright, we are going to start with Thor. Seems like a pretty obvious choice here. We're going to grab the token here, spend a power.
Yep.
Then he's just going to move right up here.
Absolutely.
And drop that off.
Yep.
Point.
Alright, getting them 1 away.
And then I'm just going to have Thor move. Let's have him move back over here.
Alright.
Okay. Then next up, we're going to go with Shuri.
Yep.
Shuri's going to move here.
Yep.
And then she's going to do Panther Gauntlets.
Yep.
So that's going to be 6 dice.
Absolutely. That is 3 crits and a total of 5. So while you're, let's see, I'm going to take a damage, and you can push me short no matter what else you roll.
Fair enough.
That was excellent. You have been rolling excellently on her Panther Gauntlets that do 1 damage. Right?
Yep.
So that gets her power, and then the short...
Out of curiosity, how much have we done to him all game?
5.
5 whole damage.
Is it an away, I believe?
It is an away.
So that is going to be like that, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we have pretty good... Maybe like that?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
And
Yep, then we'll... she'll spend a power
Yep.
to flip that.
Yep.
And then...
Last activation.
Yep, we're going to go with Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Who will spend a power to search those crates. Nope.
And didn't get there. Alright, what else is Winter Soldier doing with the rest of his turn?
He's going to move and move again. Pick that up. Spend a power.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, Ultron. You're getting a second chance here. So just maybe. A really good dice roll here. And got a decent one at least. So first things first, the blank happens. And I will get that. And I will get to claim an objective for myself. We're going to go ahead and flip that back over. And then next up is the hit, which everybody has to drop their picked up characters. So that's just going to be Winter Soldier. Yep, which is almost even worse for me. And then the wild will let me blow something up. And I feel like the only option at this point is blowing up that. So there's no searching and moving going there. And getting 2 extra power. It does give you another... Ooh.
Same.
Yeah, that gives you an automatic one, I guess. Yeah, let's blow up the building back there. Give myself an excess of
That's far away from us.
absurd power.
yeah, we don't want him killing that, so we'll put that way out there.
Alright. And now thinking time. Alright, well, Ultron's going to do what he has to. We're going to spend the 2 power, move over, because if I do not do this, there is 0 chance of them not instantly just picking up that civilian and winning the game. So that is both actions and everything else. Spend a power, and we will interact with the civilian, getting us tied at 11. And you guys now have 3 characters to go. Have at it. Alrighty, for the game.
I will spend 1 energy with Okoye to search those crates.
What? Alright, well, didn't matter. Ultron has a chance. There's no super quick ways of scoring, but she still does have her 2 actions.
Yeah, so I will move there. And move there.
Alright.
And then we're going to go with Cap. We'll move here. And just in range, I'll spend 1 to pick up this character.
Yep.
And finally, I guess we'll go with Vision. Who's going to move here. And then put him right next to Bucky. I will spend 1 power.
Throw me medium.
Throwing medium.
So do it a little bit, because I'd clip Zemo's base, because it's X-Wing style. Alright. Alright, well, Ultron gets to roll 5 whole Doomsday Dice this time, and we'll see what happens. Doomsday Dice, be kind! Nope, just 2.
That is not kind.
Alright, so I get the 3 power, but you guys do have to drop Captain America's Citizen.
That's It's within 2, right?
It is within 2.
So he can move a lot.
Mm-hmm. We saw that last turn, so
I'm almost
put it back.
2 back. I don't think he can get this far.
Probably not. Well, I'll do some guesstimation measuring here in a second. We'll find out, but
Yeah, we'll do that.
Black Widow could probably still get back there. All right. And now I get to figure out what on earth to do. All right, so what it comes down to here is Ultron is going to spend 2 power and then 3 power to do an energy blast onto Winter Soldier. And with that, I'm also going to spend the 3 because Loki is within 4 for the Folly of Man. Thankfully, Loki is injured, so I'll still get my crits here. But I'm rolling 7 dice energy into Winter Soldier. And got full 7 hits.
Get it right here. No, he's not.
Blocks 1. So is that 6?
That's 6.
And that is just enough to KO Winter Soldier for the last point that Ultron needed to score the victory. So extremely close. I'm going to clean up the board here a little bit and figure things out and go from there. To say that was a close game there at the end feels like a little bit of an understatement. If I had one more unlucky die roll, or if Justin and Evan had gotten lucky trying to find one last citizen out of those crates, they would have won that game hands down. So I think definitely hard mode is the right way to play for experienced players. Maybe bumping it up that extra level to insanity difficulty if you really get focused down on the movement characteristics of Ultron, because that's definitely where I struggled the most, was them constantly pushing and throwing me, not even for damage, so I'm not even getting any power back for it, but simply wasting my activations by having to move around the board. Now, that being said, I did misplay a couple things myself, I think. I was only trying to knock out or daze characters when it would mean that they have 1 less activation, and I did a lot of chip damage, but I really needed to push that through. That way Ultron could activate and just try to lay down a lot of damage suddenly to get that extra victory point. Thankfully, I got lucky, and in those last couple of turn activations, Ultron was able to move nearly across the board entirely to make sure that that one citizen didn't get picked up by Zemo or Black Widow and scored, and then that following turn was able to nuke down Bucky for the final victory. That being said, let's hear from our heroes and their thoughts on the game.
Well, it was a close game. It was fun. It was a good one. I would say the hard difficulty is pretty good, I think, if you have people that have played before. You know, if you have newer players, maybe you'd want to scale it back a little bit, but for people that play regularly, hard seems about right. I think our strategy kind of switched midway through, where at first we were just trying to find civilians and drop them off, and then we realized that Ultron is pretty susceptible to throws, so we started trying to throw him and move him around that way. So you know, if I were to do it again, maybe we would start off with some more throws. As far as the roster goes, I was pretty happy with who we took. I don't know if I really changed much with that, but yeah, you know, it somewhat came down to dice rolls and ended up being a really close game, so I really had a good time with it.
Cool. I do have one question.
Yeah.
Of the characters that you took, was there anybody that stood out as being really good for this scenario?
I would say probably Shuri. The range 5 push is incredible, and when we got that combo off with the throw and then the push, I mean, we moved Ultron, you know, probably, what, a third of the board back?
Yeah, literally to the edge of the board.
Yeah, so that would be, I think she was probably the MVP from my side of things.
All right, so I love this scenario. We've played this a few times now, and the hard mode felt like the sweet spot. I know Evan said it earlier, but normal felt a little easy for us the few times we played it. For newer players, like he said, I think it would be good, but for us, we've played games, we sort of know how all this stuff works, and while we might not be experts at it, we still sort of can anticipate what's going to happen. Hard mode felt very very balanced. Nightmare mode might be a little rough, but I do like how it turned out. my squad, I mean, I had a 5-man team, so I had the lower cost characters, but those are really all-stars. The long move on Zemo and Widow, that can win you the game. In fact, at the end there, things have gone a little different. Winter Soldier dropped his token right in front of Widow. And if Widow had been able to act, pick it up, run it in, it would have been game over. But didn't quite work out that way with the dice. It's fine. But yeah, I think those two are always going to be my MVPs for this. I will say, though, that Vision with his Avengers affiliation at a one-cost throw medium, like, that was potent. Because when we started to pivot our tactics, that throw every round when he was able to activate was crazy. And due to his phasing, Ultron never wanted to target him because he had like 5 defense dice and couldn't be thrown to do any damage. It made attacking him feel real like wasteful. So I liked having Vision on the team a lot too. I guess by that extension, Cap, so I could get the Avengers bonus.
You like your full 15 from the sounds of it.
I do like my full 15. I was literally struggling trying to figure out who I would swap and change, and I don't know who I could change to feel better about this squad. So, yeah.
Thank you again to Evan and Justin for coming out and getting this game in with me. If you haven't got to play it yourself, all you need is the core box set and access to the internet, because the rules are up on Atomic Mass Games' website for free. I'll put a link to it down in the description below if you're not sure of it. And I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun, even if with just the core set. That means that it's probably played a little bit more as intended, where there's a little bit more damage dealing going back and forth, and not quite as many just throw Ultron around the board. But I'm not salty about that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.